They done did stuff to me. They kidnapped me. They done caused me to have a seizure. Yes, get him too. Get them all. All of them. Get them all. They're taping off this property, all for crimes. They're trying to kidnap my children. Please, y'all. I'm dealing with a whole bunch of criminals. A whole bunch of criminals. They're taping off the whole street for me. All of this for me. All this for me for no crimes. For walking against traffic. For walking against traffic in 2017 in Wheatland. Here they come. They getting ready to come in, y'all. Hold on, let me. They kicked in my property. They have. Look at everywhere. Please send help. Please send help. Please help my children. Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. They're my property. Help me. I just finished having a seizure. Help me. Come help me, please. They're arrested, Sophie. They're coming to arrest us, y'all. Please. Please, guys. Please, guys. They're coming to take my children. No. I have to crawl down the stairs. I gotta crawl down the stairs. Somebody y'all come down to 662 Wilkins Street, please. Send me some counseling. Because they're not respecting who I am. They're not respecting my family. They're not respecting my family. They're not respecting me. Allah. Allah, please, Allah. 201, y'all.
Okay, I need to go upstairs.
Why? No. Why are you going upstairs? Why are you going upstairs in my house? Show me. What you want? Show me the warrant. Show me the warrant. Show me. Who are you trying to touch? Who are you trying to touch? Who are you trying to touch? Before I get violent, who are you trying to touch?
She can have seizures. Can y'all please not
Okay,
her?
I'm gonna have to go upstairs.
No. Get down. Get down.
Do that.
Reese, what's your name? Why you got no damn badge on? No.
Man, please don't
Officer
touch me.
Reese, listen here.
Please don't touch me.
Go. You're not taking my private children. You're not taking my children. No. Stop. Do not hurt my mother. Do not hurt my mother. Do not hurt my mother. No.
All right, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders. A great millstone salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. On to the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom, in the Hebrew, which means peace. And as you can see, I got the video from World Star Hip Hop. And in the video, matter of fact, since I'm on the net, let's go to it real quick. It says, and that's the thing, the word that I was on, that's the word that when I saw this. So Rochester family has the door kicked in by police after a Muslim mother refused to have her children vaccinated, charged with educational neglect. And this whole thing, this whole situation right here that just took place, displayed, and she explained it at the end what happened. She explained that I believe she's like a Moor that's onto like the, I mean, not a Moor, but a Muslim that's into the Moorish thing of their land rights and not wearing, carrying IDs and everything, believing that, you know, they are persons, and you know, I believe that's what she's into. And the thing that really, I mean, this whole thing was crazy, but the thing that really got to me, and that's why that word ominous came to my mind, because this ominous thing that's going to take place, what we just saw displayed, is what's going to happen to the nation, period. It's not about the woman, it's not about her situation, it's more about what was representation right there, was representation of what's going to happen to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially women especially women, I'm gonna keep saying that has no man in their life. Because that's the first thing when I looked at that video, the first thing that popped in my head was what? Like, where's the husband at? All right? And I don't know her situation, but she had no protector. All right? She had nobody to protect her. Is it the man's fault? Most likely it's not. Okay? But that shows you bad things that's gonna happen. That's an ominous feeling just getting from this particular video, which look up the word ominous. It says, given the impression that something bad or unpleasant is going to happen, threatening, suspicious. So that's what we saw, something threatening. In the grand stage, people might comment on the comment board in that particular video, threatening menace. They might like, oh, you know, that's her, that's you know, this, that, to the third. But this is something that the Lord said was going to happen. All right. These are the things that, according to the scriptures, was going to happen onto the nation of Israel. Matthew's, I believe, is, hold on, let me see, at the 3rd chapter. This particular scripture I'm looking for. Matthew's, when the Lord was born. Oh yes, 2 and right, hold on. Slack your brothers. Matthew's 2, the cry of Rachel. Let's see. Salakia. Let me get that quickly. I think it says it's spelled. I know how to spell Rachel, but all right. Let me get that. It's in the 2nd chapter. Matter of fact, let me just skim it through. Cause that woman she was yelling like a banshee. All right, she was yelling like a banshee, and she had every right to yell. I'm not knocking her, but. And then who she was praying to? She wasn't praying to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua. She was praying to Allah. All right? And that shows you that our people, if the Lord's not with you, you have no protection. Okay? And if you have no protection, this will happen to you. All right? It was a specific scripture I was looking for. There it is. Slakia for the hold up. Matthew 2 and 17. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children and weeping, and would not be comforted because they are not. And I was talking about the time when the Lord was born and the children was being under 2 years old, being taken from them and being slain. But you can apply that to today, because great mourning, great lamentation, what this woman was yelling when she got they took her, she was screaming like a banshee, a cry that rattled your spirit, like wow. All right, and she wasn't faking it. This is not no freaking internet clout chasing. This was real. This was coming onto you women. This was coming onto the nation of Israel as a whole. All right? And we've been telling you for months. We've been telling you for years. The apostle's been telling you Apostle Tahar been telling over 30-something years. Apostle Tahar, Apostle Ram, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rikar, been saying this for years. Apostle Ramlab, for years, these things was going to come. All right? The scriptures led you to understand these things are going to come. And she's saying that they're doing that because they've been harassing her for the whole time. She said that they was kidnapping her and they was doing whatever they want to her. She had no protection. Luke 21 and 20, take to the point. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the country entering there too. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. So these days, these things is about to happen when the Gurger troops, before the Gurger troops can even come in, you're gonna have little cops, the military, and then because the military personnel, the cops, I can't be doing this to American citizens. Then the Gurger troops, the people that don't even speak English, is gonna come along, and the wrath of the Lord is gonna be through them. All right, this is what's coming, man. It says, "But woe unto them that are with children." And what was her concern was her children. And what did they do? They took her children from her. Now I had to skip a lot of things. It was 14 minutes. 14 minutes and 49 seconds. Go figure. And she was talking about they took her children from her. All right. And eventually bring the children back. Some of the children that they took, they vaccinated, and some they didn't vaccinate. But there's gonna be a time where your children is gonna be taken away from you, and you will never see them again. It says, "But woe unto them that are with children, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people." And that's what happened in 70 AD. So this is coming again. Matter of fact, since I'm in the neighborhood, Zechariah 14:2, it says, "I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses raffled, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city." So this was coming. So this is what's coming, man. And she's first, this whole chapter I was thinking about when she was screaming and so forth. Because who did she pray for? Who did she pray to when that time came? And did he help them? No. Matter of fact, it's like when she prayed to Allah, she made it worse for herself. All right? She really made it worse for herself. Jeremiah 2:21, it says, "Yet I planted thee a noble vine, holy and righteous seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? For though thou wash thee with nitrate, and take thee much soap, yet thy iniquity is marked before me, saith the Lord thy power." And that's what's happening with our people. Our people is into every religion that's possible. Allah did not. I don't understand how you people can really pray to Allah. Allah has not helped the Arabs get from getting bombed the way they're getting bombed. Allah is not He's not helping you Negroes that's out there, that's into the 5%ers, that's Muslims. He hasn't done a damn thing, man. If anything, he's made things worse for you. As soon as she mentioned Allah, what happened? It's like the Lord just turned up, he amped it up even more. All right, on her. And that's when she started screaming. And like I said, I took certain clips of it because it was long, but they took her, they put her in a girdle, strapped her up, and it took her away. And that's when she came with another clip when she was more sane and saying what happened to her. And she's like, "Look, I told you people they were gonna do this. No, we told you they was gonna do this." All right. Let me jump down because I want to go straight to the point. Verse 27, saying to the stock, "Thou art my father." And wait, what's his stock? Is a stone. I mean, not a stone. Is a wood. All right. And that's you Jesus freaks that's out there. Jesus is not going to save you in those days. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When this man comes in and kicking the door, waving the 4-4, Jesus is not going to save you. Okay? It's saying, into a stone that have brought me forth. Hey, Allah didn't come and rescue her. Allah didn't do a thing. Like I said, she said, "Please, Allah, please." But it's like they just got amped up even more after hearing that. And we got to look at the spiritual things of things. For they have turned their back unto me, and not their face, but in the time of their trouble, they shall say, arise and save us. So hey, there's a lot of people that's out there that was once part of this thing of ours that took this thing for granted. They're going to remember Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the name, but the Lord's not going to answer. There's people that's out there that scoff and know the name and just take this thing for granted. When that time comes, you're going to call on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. He's not going to answer. Verse 28. But where are thy gods that have made thee? Let them arise if they can save thee in a time of trouble. And now, was not that woman in great distress? She barely, if you watch the rest of the whole video, she was in bed. She barely could come out of her bed. She was on the floor when they came up, and he's like, "We're gonna go upstairs." Like, you can't go upstairs. She was completely defenseless. All right, she was in great distress. But as soon as she said those words, the Lord just amped it up. They came in like a flood and took what they wanted to take. Arrested her older daughter, taking the rest of her kids. She was screaming, running her, man. That's an ominous climate is about to take place, man. Something heavy is about to go down. If they can save thee in the time of thy trouble, for according to the number of thy cities, are the gods, O Judah. And she's praying to another God. Matter of fact, since I am in Jeremiah, because that was the main thing. I'm going to end it off on this. Jeremiah 18 and 18. It says, Jeremiah 18 and 18. Then said they, come and let us devise devices against Jeremiah. For the Lord shall not perish from the priests, nor the counsel from the wise, nor the word from the prophet. Come and let us smite him with the tongue, and let us give not heed to any of his words. This is for you naysayers. These are for you people that's out there thinking what we saying is a joke. This is not a joke. Give heed to me, O Yahweh, and hearken to the voice of them that contend with me. Shall evil be recompensed for good? For they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them, and to turn away thy wrath from them. Deliver up their children to famine, and pour out their blood by force of the sword, and let their wives be bereaved of their children, and be widows, and let their men be put to death. Let the young women be slain by the sword in the battle. The young men, Let the young man be slain by the sword in the battle. This is Jeremiah the prophet, who cried unto the Lord for what you did try to do to him. This is what's coming to you, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Let a cry be heard from their houses. Was not this woman screaming? I guarantee you everybody in that whole neighborhood heard her scream. Okay? When thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them, for they have digged a pit to take me, and hid snares for my feet. So this is what's coming to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The wrath of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the curse that Jeremiah put on you and all the prophets of old, and especially the Lord. Okay? Yahushai, they said it, let his blood be upon us and our children. And here's the response, what the Lord is going to do. This is not going to be a walk in the park. This is going to be the most devastating thing that's ever going to take place to the nation of Israel. The time of Jacob's trouble is at hand. So with that being said, I hope you brothers edify. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.